today I'm gonna work on hitting my backhands. We're gonna go hit on the ball machine. It's just good to get outside when it's still warm and embrace as much of the outdoors as we can before we're locked in the dungeon for 7 months.
You hear that, America? The dungeon. I'm not looking forward to winter at all.
So one of the benefits of warming up short course, it just gets your body going. You see this in a variety of other sports. Football, they don't start off, the quarterback doesn't go throwing 50-yard passes right off the bat, but it just nice soft tosses. So this is kind of tennis's equivalent to warming up. One of the biggest things that you got to do when you're warming up, and I myself am guilty of this, I noticed that Darius wasn't doing it all either, but split steps. This gets your body going. It starts getting the rhythm and the timing of all your shots. You want to be landing your split step right as your partner hits the ball. So Darius is going to start split stepping. He's going to look to time his landing with the contact of the ball on my strings. So let's see how Darius does. So you want to start your jump before I hit it and land. Be landing your split step as I make contact.
All right, so what Ira just enlightened me with was I'm not split stepping. I never really think about it, but the few times I did it just then, I felt really like just ready to play a point and ready to move in either direction and hit on forehand or the backhand side. So I'm gonna try to do that from now on. I might look silly doing it because I don't really do it, so don't laugh at me, okay? All right, so Ira's getting the ball machine set up right now. I'm gonna just work on my forehand, but mainly just work on not being so tense while I hit my forehand. The moment of impact, I'm gonna try to not, choke down on the racket so much and just let it be more of a natural motion and swing through the ball, and we'll see what happens. Oh, inside the ball machine.
I'd like to be a little bit more conscious of using my body to facilitate the swing. I didn't really grow up playing tennis, so I never really had a lot of instruction. However, as I've gotten better, I kind of developed an arm swing, and while I've gotten pretty good at that, I just need to use the bigger parts of my body a little bit more efficiently and start using the rotation to again facilitate the swing. Now I'm gonna kick Darius off the ball machine.
I gotta go fill it back up now.
So just to reiterate, for me personally, I'm really working on using my core to start the swing instead of just using my arm. I've kind of gotten away with that in the past. I have my contact point is a little bit behind where I'd like it to be. So by using my rotation and bringing the racket out in front, by letting it lag behind the start of my swing, my contact point is much more out in front. I get a lot more effortless power than feeling like I have to muscle my way through the shot.
Ira and I are about to do backhands now. I'm gonna try to do one hand backhands. So we'll see how that turns out. Wish me luck.
So a couple of the biggest things for me when I'm hitting a backhand is getting a strong initial turn with my shoulders, probably almost 90 degrees to the court, or so I'm now perpendicular with my shoulders, getting my racket up above the ball as it comes, as the ball bounces, dropping it below, coming to contact with the straight arm, and finishing with the racket butt cap pointed down to the ground. That's a good place to start. As you get better and better, you can release the racket head through the point of contact and maybe finish with the butt cap facing out. But the most important thing is to have your arm straight, pronate the racket with your forearm, and finish with the racket head in a nice strong position right here. So Darius probably overheard me. See if he can execute. You know, doing practice reps like this is great. You know, you can't expect as soon as you hear something, you know, really for the first time, to just be able to go out there and practice it. Probably being on the ball machine isn't the best idea for Darius, as he's still kind of learning how to hit a one-handed backhand. I'd probably start with a little bit more hand-fed balls, just so he can get the feel of the swing before coming out and doing a lot of this. But, you know, since we're out here having fun today on the ball machine, this is how he's gonna start. He really wants to start grasping the framework of the shot and not really worry about results. That's a very hard thing for competitors to do when they're trying something new, is to not look at the results and judge failure or success, but rather grasp the idea of the swing. So I'm gonna take over for Darius right now because he's winded, and we're gonna practice some more. For me, I'm really looking at getting that initial unit turn and making contact a lot out in front. I have a little bit of a habit of pulling across and hitting flat as I do a lot of teaching. So, I mean, a lot of my shots I want to be nice and flat, so I'll just kind of pull across and leave it. But in competition, I know that I'm gonna have to hit topspin, so I really wanna emphasize bringing the racket head down and finishing up high in a nice strong position. So we'll see if I can do that here. All right, now I gotta hit one of my second favorite shot, and that's the inside-in forehand. I don't have a very strong backhand, so I need to be able to run around, hit my forehand down the line so I can change the pattern, hopefully get it back into a forehand rhythm or something that I'm getting myself out of the backhand corner. My biggest problem is that I hit too flat on these balls. You don't need depth when you're going inside in. What you need is spin, and you just need to change the direction of the ball. So that's what I'm working on now, is just hitting with a lot of spin and making sure it's far enough to the left where I can get myself out of trouble.